All right, so we are on. He was so excited about that, y'all.
Oh,
He messed it up by almost tripping. It was cool at first, and then he tripped.
that's cool. So cool.
So cool. Okay, so this is Wednesday's WOD. We are going to start with a Tabata warm-up. As always, the first element will be doubles or singles. If you do not have a rope, then you will do calf raises, which will look like this. Ooh, seems very simple, but we'll have you walking like Bambi for days. Then we will go into air squats. So feet outside of hip width, initiating with the hips all the way past parallel and all the way back up. Driving up through those heels, coming to full hip extension. Then we have push-ups. So we're gonna go into that plank position, going all the way to the ground, chest and thighs touching, and then hips and shoulders will come up at the same time. If you need to scale this, then you can do snake ups. Snake ups help really work that arm strength, but not the core strength that is needed for push-ups. So you can alternate. Today's WOD, you may want to do knee push-ups to work more on core strength, just like Levi is doing right now, focusing on keeping that core tight. It doesn't have to be every other push-up that you switch these, but I would say if you are regularly scaling push-ups, one WOD scale to the knee push-ups, and then the next day do the snake ups. All right, then we have burpees. So we're gonna go all the way to the ground, chest and thighs touching, and then popping back up out overhead. Notice that Levi has a wide
What stance?
Squats.
Squats.
I don't know what that would be. And that actually helps the movement work a lot more efficiently. If you need to scale this, you can step back. Still all the way, going all the way to the ground, all the way back up, and jumping out overhead. I don't know why this pillow is here. Now we have jumping squats. So again, same squat stance, going all the way past parallel, but then jumping out of that squat. Good. And stink bugs. So you're gonna have a wide stance, and we're gonna place our hands closer to our feet than we would a push-up. And Levi's going to press his head between his hands and all the way back through. This is a lot like a press. So his head is not looking up. So show me what that would be wrong. This is not what we're doing. We're noticing that his head stays between his arms the whole time. Thank you, babe. And then lunges, starting from his squat stance. He's going to step out, gently place that knee on the ground, and step back. Very, very good. So for the WOD today, we have our beloved Yo Mama, and it is 20 minutes long. So it's 10 rounds, 2 minutes apiece. And each round, our core WOD is going to have 5 push-ups, 6 bent over row, 3 each side, and 7 air squats. So you will do all of those elements one time within 2 minutes. Once you finish your 7th air squat, you will rest until the next 2-minute mark starts. For the one-day WOD, you will be doing 10 push-ups, 8 bent over row, 4 each side, and 6 jumping squats. Again, same concept as the core. It's you work for 2 minutes. Once you have finished that 6th jumping squat, you rest until the next 2-minute marker. Now, Levi, Brooke, and I did this one together. Brooke and I found that this one was very hard because the push-ups were difficult for us being women. Our upper body strength is just not as, strong as some of our tough men. And Levi felt like he did not get enough of a workout. And so what we've done is we've gone back into the programming and we have turned on the RX Plus button. So if you want to shoot for that RX Plus option, if you do 20 push-ups every round, you'll be able to hit the RX Plus button.
So if you're wanting to get a good burn out of this, going for that 20 would be good. If you've got the upper body strength to push through this, I was finishing the 10 push-ups, the 8 bent over rows, and the 6 jump squats in about 25 seconds. So that gave me like a minute and a half to rest. So adding those extra push-ups are really going to cause some fatigue in the chest and the arms, which will be good for this workout. If you're able to push those 10 out nonstop. If you're able to knock 10 out without stopping, think about either A, adding some weight like a vest or something like that, or B, go ahead and pushing for those 20 reps.
All right. The score for this workout is every round your time. So you want basically the person that has the least amount of time averaged over all the round, or added, summed up from all the rounds, will get that top of the whiteboard. But you can use this to kind of compete with yourself. You can try to beat your time each round. Levi loves to do that, and it makes it quite entertaining to watch. For someone more moderate thinking like me, you can pick a really good pace that you are able to do in that first round when you're really fresh, and that still gets your heart rate up, and then force yourself to stick to it and to not drop below it. So you've got lots of fun options here on how you want to game this one. We enjoyed it a lot. And
yeah, one thing about trying to push for that faster round, just make sure that you're getting good quality reps. So don't short yourself. Make sure the push-ups are solid the entire time, the bent over rows, and the jump squats, you're going down past parallel and leaving the floor.
Yes. All right, so now we need to show you the elements. We've gone over most all of them. All we really need to go over are those bent over rows.
So for the bent over rows, it doesn't really matter if you're using a dumbbell or a kettlebell. The biggest point here is we want to, with one arm, we want to get a little bit of break in the hips here, where the dumbbell is just falling straight to the floor. I want to keep my back straight, and I'm just pulling that kettlebell, keeping my elbow high all the way up to my chest. Just like we do with the dumbbells, but we're doing it with one arm. So you can do, if you're doing the core one where it's 3 on each side, or the one day, it's just, you can knock them all out on one side, and then switch, and pull them on the other side. Big thing here is just make sure everything else is static and locked. You're not using your hips to help with pulling that up. Everything stays static. The only thing that is moving is your arm and your lat. Just make sure that. Dumbbells the same way, same exact movement.
The one thing we really don't want to see, which I'm afraid y'all are going to see in the workout video because the weight was really heavy for me, is we don't want to be twisting in these bent over rows. We don't want to be doing this. We also don't want to be bringing our chest up and trying to kind of kip our bent over row. Show what that would, there we go. We don't want to do that either. Okay, y'all have fun with that one. It really is a good one.